5 seconds or 6 seconds of footage wasted with me being silent. Ugh. Oh god, I'm very tired. Why did you need to know that? Anyway, finally you won't get to see that URL on top of the screen. Now, where was I? Wait, what the hell happened in the last episode? I think I got attacked by a girl. I might be wrong. Anyway, let's begin. We walk quickly. Oh dear, fuck up. We walk quickly down the empty halls to our respective classes. Oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah. As we reach the door to Lily's 3-2 classroom, she turns towards me. So, thank you for sharing lunch with us today. My pleasure, Lily. And with that, we part ways. Lily entering her classroom and leaving Hanako and I to make off to our own. She's still looking like she wants to run away. Oh, God. I have that effect anyway. So, do you really want to go back to class now? Yes. Okay then. I feel like I should say something more to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that would be appropriate and safe enough. What the hell are you going to say then? And Lily was right. The more time we spend out here, the more explaining we have to do. I open the rear door to the class and walk in. It's Muto! The teacher looks up at me and opens his mouth to say something. However, as Hanako follows me in and closes the door, he simply nods to us and continues his lecture. This is the third time that Hanako has had her truancy practically ignored. There's definitely something going on here. A mystery that we will solve. Probably. Maybe not. I don't know. We make our way to our seats, and I notice that Misha and Suzune are both missing as well. Really? Oh. Shizune isn't the one that would come across as skipping class. Misha does, but still, I digress. I wonder if it's some form of informal agreement with the staff, or if it's a perk afforded to the unique students of this school. Trying to make as little disturbance as I can, I extract the relevant textbooks from my bag and start catching up. The class goes on quietly. Oh, I thought I was going to skip that. Like it. The teacher seems like an okay person despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. My intellect is unmatched. So, give me that book, and I'll tell you what to do. Oh, now there's a skip. And the music has returned. When the final bell sounds, I realise that there is still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd, at the hospital I had 24 hours a day of free time, but here filling the considerably shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves and I'm left alone with the teacher. Muto was examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. See, I think I'm seeing a different word, but I'm not. I'm going crazy. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he notices me and furrows a bit. Jesus, Mary in heaven. What is it, Nakai? I jump at him addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there's nobody else around. Nothing. Think about what I do after school. The teacher slowly puts the cap on the pen he is holding and arranges his papers into a stack. Clacking? Yeah, clacking it against the desk twice. Oh, hey, hold up and go. I wonder if you heard that. He seems very methodical. And for a brief moment I'm reminded of Shizune, but the teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routined. You have no plans? No, I consider joining a club, but I don't know what kind of club would interest me. Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Someone else's club might pique your interest. Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest. I get the feeling it should be it might. I guess. But I don't know how to continue from there. Muto looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I have to forge ahead. I just don't know how to deal with people, I mean the other students. I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not that I'd be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about disabilities. It's like, it feels that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, damned if I don't, yep. The teacher scratches his cheek. Oh my god, absent-mindedly. Yeah, looking very responsive. These things are only an issue if you make them one. You can talk normally with someone even if they are blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a single student here who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance. I butchered that. He says the same thing as Yuko did. She said that? I don't remember. I know they're right, but it's hard. How can you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness, when the only way to communicate with her is talking through Misha? Or Hanako. It's all like you can ignore her face. I didn't even notice it until you mentioned it. But, oh Jesus Christ, what happened? I'm interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open. Oh, God! Teacher! Misha crashes in, hand straight in an enthusiastic greeting, her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. Jester! She starts towards the teacher's desk with her bouncing step, hands energetically swinging with the rhythm. Muto visibly dismayed at the interruption, and Misha in general slumps in his chair. What? Mikado, what? Misha stops in her tracks and looks around cluelessly as if she's sensing from his tone that something's wrong, but has no idea what. Yes? We have talked about your volume control before. Yes? But she doesn't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes. So, what is it? We need help. We are running out of supplies for the festival stands. This is a distress. She waves a pink slip of paper she's holding around. Dear God, don't go to me. So, go get more supplies from the art room. What's the problem with that? Plywood. Plywood is always the problem. Last time we wanted more, there was only a little, but that time we just took it all and went with that. Now there's like none left there, so you know where there is some? I don't understand. How would I know? Shi-chan, the president, thought that the teacher would know if there is plywood. Was she wrong? Muto looks like he is in great pain, frowning with his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible. Like looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open with blasting pop music at full volume at the same time. I'm afraid I have no idea if there is any plywood in the school, let alone where it would be if there was any. What should I do? Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya? I don't fucking know. I'm quite sure he would know where to find everything you need. You'd have to pry them from his cold dead hands, but that's a different matter. Aha! I don't have time. We're so busy. She holds her head with both of her hands, looking as depressed looking as depressing as it's possible for a person like her without even noticing. She crumples the note she's holding against her hair. I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There is so much to do, and we are falling behind the schedule. Oh God, don't look at me. Muto looks at her gravely and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. I'd think it better if he didn't. I wonder if you could get some temporary help. You look at me and I'll kill you, you bastard. He switches to staring at me focusedly, with a hard expression as if trying to say, go make some friends, you bastard. I guess I can give you a hand. You can? Thanks, Chan. You're really nice. I'm really not. I'm a horrible person. She pauses, does a double take, and then points at me with her finger, yelling, and looking very puzzled. Come to think of it, what's He-chan doing here? Class is over. You should be having fun. We just had a little chat. Oh no, it's not detention, is it? Are you in trouble, He-chan? Yes, don't take me with you. Oh God. Is He-chan in trouble, teacher? Yes. No, he's not, you bastard. Muto sighs deeply, and then I feel that I have to help Misha. What did I just read then? Muto sighs deeply, and I feel that I have to help Misha to get her off the teacher's back. There we are. So what you need? Here's a list. I can try to find the plywood from somewhere if there's none in the art room. She offers me the note she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit. Good man. I said I'd help you, but this is no implication on whatever I'm joining the council or not. Ah. Still, thanks, Chan. Try to be quick. We are in a stall building street now. We must hurry. Reading her lines is so stressful. She bounces out of the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now, you bastard. Please don't sound so smug. Looking at the list with a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly Shizune's, I have a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply, I don't fucking know, at the teacher, I exit to the hallway. Ugly picture. Oh God. The classroom closest. Oh God. Yep. The classroom closest to ours designated. Hours are designated belonging to class 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side and 3-4 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor, still with identical doors, are rooms that I didn't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door, and peek in. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept or not in use. Am I in the right place? Desks and chairs are all around the room, a thin layer of dust settles on them. There are some easels in the corner, so at least this looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Oh God. Text history. Anybody? Huh? Something catches my eye and I stop mid-sentence. What the? Hello there. Sitting on the desk is a short-haired girl. That's a girl? I thought it was a lad. Wait. That definitely looks like a girl. Curiously curiously wearing a boy's uniform with a fork between her toes. Jesus Christ, you can see that she's using her toes. A morsel of food stuck firmly on the end. This odd way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what takes me aback even more. How did I miss it before? She's sitting in the corner very still, but I still somehow took her as a part of the furnishing or a statue at first glance. I'm not being too observant today as a whole. The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in headlights. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open, suddenly remembering I didn't finish my sentence and trying to think if I should. This weird stalemate keeps us both stunned into silence, punctuated only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically. I don't fucking know. Hello. The girl stuffs the fork in her mouth and is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. Hello. I was told to pick up some supplies from here. For some festival stalls, I think. I didn't think there would be someone here. There isn't. That's why I came here too. Okay. She picks up another forkful. Does that mean you're here then? She raises an eyebrow as if she was suspecting my observation was false. You're pretty observant. I guess it does. But who are you? I'm Lord Xaydam, commander of Armageddon. Wait, no. Armageddon Battalion. This girl is pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai, Sao Nakai. I transferred in on Monday. I'm Rin Tezuka. Did she just say that 3 ways? I won't shake hands with you, but at least we know who we are now. I get the feeling I should laugh, but I'm not. That's very nice. Her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. It kind of bothers me. Joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. While I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl is, she seems to have lost interest in me and is gazing yearningly back at her food. Can I continue my lunch? If you don't mind me, I won't mind you. If you need to get your stuff, the supplies are at the back. Go right ahead, but lunch? School's already over for the day. What would you use then? What word would you use then? There is no word for a meal you eat after lunch, but before dinner, right? It bothers me very much too, but I don't really know what I should say. Dunch? Or linner? I don't think you're supposed to eat meals between lunch and dinner to begin with. But I'm hungry now, and my delicious boxed lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry. It's very delicious. With much decisiveness, Rin once again picks up the fork between her toes, and with at least as much impoliteness, she points it straight at me. So, Nakai, what brings you to this place? Like I said, I was told to look for these things. Did the music just suddenly stop? Oh, Jesus Christ, I nearly choked then. Yes, it did. That is odd. No, the skull from outside you look fine. Is the problem inside? Obviously.